Hello, everyone. How are you? Hey, what happened on NXT for June the 25th, 2024? The open match was Tag Team Turmoil, number one contendership. The winners would face Nathan Frazier and Axiom Heatwave for the Tag Team Championships. Raw's new catch Republic of Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate started off against NXT's tag team, Doofus and Malachi. Doofus came off the ropes, Buff Bagwell style blockbuster on both guys at the same time. It's awesome. Then quickly, Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate sent Malachi over the ropes with a double team clothesline. And then just drilled a doofus with a double team sit down powerbomb to advance in the turmoil match. Up next was SmackDown's tag team Hill LWOs, Alberto Carrillo, Angel Garza. They ran out. And they quickly set the ring, and Pete Dunne applied an armbar submission on one of them. And Tyler Bate applied a kind of like a leg submission on the other guy. They quickly got hold of the ropes for the rope break. They isolated Pete Dunne, started working on him for quite a bit. They delivered, it was kind of like a double team RKO into a glory bomb on Pete Dunne. Then suddenly Apollo Crews came out to distract Humberto and Garza because he's been feuding with them on SmackDown for the last couple of weeks. I love how they took that storyline and, continued on NXT. That was cool. Anyways, he caused a distraction, which allowed Tyler Bate to make the tag. Alberto didn't see it, turn around because he was getting ready to move off the ropes. And Tyler Bate just barely connected with a top rope uppercut on Alberto. But it was enough to get the 1-2-3 to advance in tag team turmoil. Up next was SmackDown's OC. Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson. They ran out and just did a holy shit. They did a number of Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, just whooped their asses. And then as they set up for Magic Kill on Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate tackled Carl Anderson down, picked him up, did the airplane spin. As that was going on, Pete Dunne was able to reverse the Magic Kill move on Luke Gallows into an inside cradle for the 1-2-3 to quickly eliminate the OC. After that, Carl Anderson, after he was getting airplane spin, he was like, holy shit. Like, that was funny because Tyler Bate done it for like 24 airplane spin on his ass. Then the final team entered, NXT's Adrian Chase, Duke Hudson. Makes sense they were in tag team turmoil because they're former NXT tag team champions. Adrian Chase knocked down Pete Dunne with a clothesline, started doing the Randy Orton body stomp on him. Then Pete Dunne responded with beats of the Bowery. The Duke Hudson got in and just clean house. Power slam Pete Dunne down. Picked up Tyler Bate, power slammed him down on top of Pete Dunne. Did the Dusty Rhodes style punch elbow drop combo. Overhead tossed. Top rope hurricane on Tyler Bate off the top rope. That was amazing. For someone like Duke Hudson that size to run and do a hurricane off the top rope. Just clean the house. Then Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate started fighting back. Tyler Bate went to do a move on the outside to Duke Hudson. Ridge Holland shoved Duke out of the way. And he also shoved Adrian Chase out of the way so he would avoid getting hit. That allowed Tyler Bate to run into basically Ridge Holland. Tyler Bate's like, hey, what the hell are you doing? Turn around, Adrian Chase rode him in the ring. Caught him with an inside cradle. Tyler Bate kicked out. Adrian Chase quickly got up at the top rope, hit a crossbody for the 1-2-3. They went tag team turmoil. Backstage, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate confronted it. Chase U Adversity. He's like, hey, what the hell was that? With Ridge Holland pulling you guys out of the way. And that's 2 weeks down the road. Ridge Holland has helped Chase U win a match. And then Chase U's like, well, we don't know what you're talking about. And then they left celebrating because they're next in line for a tag team title shot, now Heatwave. And then Hank Tank walked up to New Catch Republic and said to Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, he's like, hey, we want to prove ourselves in NXT. What better way to fight you guys? So next week, they're going to have a tag team match. Then it showed Nathan Frazier and Axiom backstage. Nathan Frazier's getting ready to face Tony the Don for the Heritage Cup. Axion's like, look, man, you got to be focusing with me with these tag team title defense. Nathan Frazier, look, after this, I promise you, I'll help you focus. We'll come up with a game plan to retain our tag team titles against Chase University at Heatwave next week at the pay-per-view. So, Nathan Frazier, Axiom went to the ring. Heritage Cup trophy matchup. Great freaking match. Check it out, folks. Round 1, 45 seconds. Nathan Frazier used his speed, agility, hit high-flying moves one after the other, pin Tony Don, get the first fall. Second round begins. Tony catches Nathan Frazier coming off the rope, spine buster his ass for the 1-2-3 to tie it up. Round 3, Nathan Frazier using his speed again, running drop kick Tony Khan outside the ring. Delivered, I think he was going for like a corkscrew plancha on the outside, but Tony caught him and just friggin' drilled his ass to steel steps. Round 4, Tony ran into one hell of a super kick for Nathan Frazier, who then hit a swinging neck breaker on his ass. Tony got up, Nathan Frazier bounced off the ropes, delivered an enziguri kick, hit the Phoenix Splash, but the time ran out. So round 5 started. Nathan Frazier quickly jumped up the top rope, came off of it. Tony caught him, spine busted his ass down. Nathan Frazier kicked out. Tony was not happy with that. Picked him up and just running power slammed his ass in the corner. Time expired, final round. We're tied up. Round 6 begins. Nathan Frazier's losing his speed again. Drop kicks, running forearms, shots, running clotheslines off the ropes. Goes for the Phoenix Splash. Tony runs up and catches him on the top rope. Overhead tosses his ass down to the mat. Spine buster 1-2-3 and steal Heritage Cup champion Tony the Don. Then the Mafia members stand tall in the ring celebrating. Then it come back live. Exion is with Nathan Frazier like, okay, look, you lost. Now we get a focus for the upcoming title match next week. Again, Nathan Frazier said, well, I have a match at a live event. And Exion, again, you can tell is getting pissed off that Nathan Frazier is always coming up with excuses of not helping him come up with a game plan. So I'm still saying, because the Exion, Nathan Frazier probably lose the tag team championships. And Exion's going to turn heel on Nathan Frazier and blame it because you weren't helping us come up with a game plan. You're always on your own, always have something better to do. Roxanne Perez came out. She challenged Carmen to a non-title matchup. Bell rang. Carmen delivered a spin kick to the midsection. A kick strike. Then Roxanne hit Hellpox for the 1-2-3. Fast match. Nothing very exciting happened there. After the match, Lola Vice, who was on guest commentary, ran in. Roundhouse kick Lola Vice. Roxanne Perez floored her ass. Picked up the NXT Women's Championship and actually walked to the back and met up with the Rock's daughter, the general manager. Handed her the title and said, Roxanne comes to. Tell her the championship's here and that Heat Wave, I want a title shot. She's got it. So Heat Wave, now we got Roxanne Perez defend the NXT Women's Championship against Lola Vice. That should be one hell of a good match. So Ruka took on Grace. Santino Morel, remember him? The guy that had the Cobra hand puppet? Well, that's his daughter. Makes sense because she's like doing this goofy segment stuff as well. The winner of this will face Jordan at the pay-per-view for the North America Women's Championship. Bell rang. Grace delivered a hip toss, arm drag takedown, snap suplex out of the corner, followed up a top rope elbow drop across the back. The Saruka quickly knocked her down with some running forearm shots. And then she went for Snow Snatcher, which is an amazing finisher. It's kind of like a top rope flip into a diamond cutter as she catches it on the way down, but she messed up on it. She slipped up on the ropes. And Grace didn't know what to do. She just stood there. So Saruka could reposition herself, then hit Snow Snatcher for the 1-2-3. I'm happy Saruka won it to get the title match, but I didn't like how she messed up on the ropes and Grace didn't know to do something. She just stood there. I didn't like that at all. Backstage, it showed OC laid out of mud members with steel chair shots. Now I find this is funny. Then Jada Parker shows up and tackles Mia Yim. They're brawling. And then Jada Parker challenges Mia Yim to a street fight next week at NXT. She said, you want to ambush me, bitch? I'll take you on a street fight. I'm like, well, think about it. Mia Yim did not ambush her. Jada Parker ambushed her. She's terrible on the mic. She always messes up on the promos. Case in point. And I don't like how they're treating Mia Yim as the weakest link of the OC. Lately, she's been messing up on moves, not putting no effort into the matches. I don't know if her contract's expiring, and she's not getting a chance, has not been asked to renew it. Maybe she just doesn't care because she's going to leave to go somewhere else. Hopefully, they straighten this fame up with Mia Yim, what's going on with her, because she's a very good, talented performer. and deserves to be treated a lot better than what they're doing with her. Wesley defeated Joe Coffey of Gallus. Nothing exciting happened there. Checking for getting the main event. A lot of matches happened, so bear with me. Okay, main event time. Trick Williams, non-title, took on Shawn Spears, a.k.a. Tye Dillinger. Shawn Spears' new fast press takedown on Trick Williams. Start beating him up. Forearm shots in the corner. Chops in the corner. Super kick. Trick started doing the Hulk Hogan style hawk up. I hope he ain't gonna start doing that. Then he did the old finger point. And then he tossed Shawn Spears up in the air. Caught him on the way down with an uppercut. Had an amazing running sidekick. Hard them sidekick that Booker T used to do. Back-to-back rock bottom. Shawn Spears kicked out both of them. Suddenly, Jensen Brooks, who's been apparently at live events, been showing up and trying to get in the ring and that, but security's been holding him back. He showed up, got through security, tackled, one security member down, went, tried to get in the ring, they stopped him. Trick and Shawn Spears were outside the ring at this point. And Shawn Spears sent Trick into the steel steps. Then suddenly, as security's escorting Jensen Brooks back for the crowd, he grabs hold of the top of the announce table, pulls it off, and hits Trick Williams in the face with it. The referee never saw it. That allows Shawn Spears to realize, hey, he just saw what happened. Roll Trick Williams in the ring. C4 spike, 1, 2, 3, winner Shawn Spears. After the match, The Rock's daughter came out. She said, okay, look, Javon Evans won a Battle Royal last week to face Trick Williams in Heatwave for the world title. But Ethan Page beat Javon Evans last week. Now he wants a title shot. Shawn Spears just beat the world champion, so I'll make it simple. Fatal 4-way, a Heatwave for the NXT World Championship. We all seen that coming. That's what was leading up to that. And I forgot about a match. I apologize. Tavon Heights beat Cap of No Quarter Catch Crew within like 2 minutes with a belly-to-belly suplex to now be a member of the group. Which I thought funny because last week he didn't want to be a member of the group. This week he beats a member of the group and now he's in the group. It makes no sense whatsoever, right? I honestly, when Shawn Michaels was general manager of NXT and Ray Rico was general manager of NXT for years, they didn't have stuff like this going on. One week, somebody don't want to be a part of the stable, and then the next week, they're a part of the stable. There's mess ups and promos and that. I know the Rock's daughter's new at the general manager position. She's doing like 50-50. Some stuff she's doing is good. Other stuff she's doing is not so good. Like this thing with Ridge Holden and Chase University. How he's helping them win matches. They know that he's helping them, but they're saying, we don't know what you're talking about. She's dragging on this whole thing with JCJ, Daisy Duke, and Jasmine, former Toxic Attraction 2.0. Just make up your damn mind if you're going to have them form a trio or not. Because eventually it's going to get stale in the water. But then she's doing cool stuff like Nate Fraser and Axiom arguing back and forth over the tag team titles. She's doing really good with the NXT World Champion Trick Williams, his storyline. So, like, see what I mean? She's got some work to do, but she's getting there. There you have it, folks. Next week, we've got Miriam, Jada Parker in a street fight. Hank Tank versus Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, New Catch Republic. That's the only 2 matches booked for next week. And Lola Vice and Roxanne Perez was going to have a segment in the ring talking about their women's title match at the pay-per-view. There you have it, folks. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.